Her hand goes out to touch one of the beads.
Watch out with that. That disintegrated something before.
What exactly did you do?
I cannot quite remember, but I was testing something out, and it didn't quite go well. I am just warning you. It might shoot out some dangerous energy.
Oh, goody! Now I can take care of the soldiers while they're away.
Yeah.
Yes, the soldiers are just stranded on the Forge Island.
Would
You
be
can-
funny if one of them disappears now and then. Every time like a platform comes hovering over and one of them disappears.
Ah!
Yeah, and you just
Actually, with the
randomly
crashing
drop them into the lava.
Actually, with the crashing platform, I was imagining that Zelda boss from.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Or what Dr. Wily should have done when they face Hedgehog. Just smash him with his pod.
That's Dr. Robotnik. Dr. Wily is Mega Man.
Oh. Okay. Whatever.
Okay.
And, I have no idea which one is it. Anyway, yes, they are, entranced by the wonders of the First Age. It takes a while for them to wrap up the investigation.
And Mikery urges them to speak plainly instead of using that secret hand gestures.
Very well, they actually are chittering excitedly amongst each other. This is a very interesting find to them, but that's because they're cataloging it and referencing it to all manner of other finds, which are just named mysteriously.
Mikery is like, and you keep studying this energy vortex while there's a very interesting pile of spare parts lying over here. Certain there's something useful in here.
Yes, actually, one of the Memnons, a live woman, is already digging through the pile like a pack rat. But yeah, basically, the Memnons just all disperse and cover more ground that way. But eventually, they manage to reconvene and they chitter excitedly and are ready for the next thing that you're going to show them.
Mental note that we need artifacts experts. Like that one lady who won't talk to us.
Yes, because... What?
No, I mean the one who repaired the flame fan in the first place. I'm talking about her.
Nice.
She won't talk to us, right?
There was a reason for that, but yes, there is that one lady.
Yeah. If only we had her help, then we wouldn't be searching in the dark here.
Indeed, you continue groping into the dark by showing the Memnons the tubes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll just move most of you there.
Has the combat scene started yet?
Nope. No combat.
Nope.
We're working together.
Oh God.
Let me just
How
quickly...
dare you?
Actually,
Yes.
Richard, it's in your best interest to work together with them, because if your parents find out you've been antagonizing fellow realm knights and from other important houses, you might get into trouble.
My parents?
Yes.
Who says Galen gives a crap what her parents think?
But still, she might get into trouble.
I've forgotten him.
Ooga booga.
Not really.
Anyway, yes, the soldiers are left on Forge Island, standing at attention and waiting for their mistresses to return.
Or you know what? While they're studying things, Mikery asks, "So who is this charming gentleman?" And she gestures over to the gorilla.
Oh dear word.
Hook! Oh, he's just some demon.
He's a demon?
He's a demon, yes.
I thought he was one of the locals, because they're all mutated and what have you.
I see. This place is clearly in need of a cleansing fire van.
You have not met them?
Pray tell. It is surprising how little locals you meet when you are guarded by about 50 men in heavy armor.
Then let me inform you. They are a peaceful people, but it seems one of their some of them, their minds are plagued by a local god who is not of the amiable sort. He's a sort of dark spirit. I intend to deal with him later once I've learned a, shall we say, spirit banishing technique.
Very noble, very noble. Still, the locals must be cleansed by fire.
No, they shouldn't. They're interesting.
What is this? And the Memnons are all over this place. They actually, a few of them are actually just carefully studying where your boots print and where your face broke a few glass tubings.
And then Mickery, like, absent-mindedly says, and then there's the mystery of the never-ending cheese.
Indeed. And again...
They don't react to that?
No, not when there's first age technology to be had. I mean, studied.
Oh, speaking of which...
So what exactly
Galen
is this place?
They go...
Not. Never mind.
Genesis Laboratory. One of them absently mutters as though that explains everything. Genesis.
It's a laboratory that creates life, or what does that mean? I don't know.
That, you look at Galen.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Are you talking to me now?
Yes. Play along.
Galen would know that, yes, that means the art of creating life.
Yes, it would mean the art of creating life.
I guessed rightly. Wow, I'm smart. And good looking. And strong.
You're something.
I have a great catch. She looks like she really
By
means
the way, I look up at the hoity-toity one that I want to rip her face off.
Ah, yes. That would be Memnon Matris, yes?
An honorable.
The Oh, shut up.
No, I'm saying that in the background while you guys are talking.
I like.
Yeah, and I'm saying, Seeley, shut up. Now, which one of you
I have a fiery personality.
is the one that told Mr. Broom, or should I say, what did we call him?
Impeccable
Stick, I
martial arts
think?
skills.
What did we call him? Sticks or Mr. Broom?
You gave him a
something like
name.
that.
Done.
Yeah, okay. Which one of you was the one who told Mr. Broom to dirty the place up?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say something of importance?
I said which one of you was the one who told Mr. Broom to dirty the place up.
It
The animated
was in
broom.
the best interest. It was in the best interest of the Empire.
No, it wasn't.
And they
To tell
continue.
To tell a magical artifact or a magical creature or anything like that to disobey its original purpose is not in the best interest. It is throwing chaos in the wind. And throwing chaos in the wind has inevitable consequences.
Mm-hmm. Memnon is just absent-mindedly going, as he studied the huge device and is actually pondering upon the control panel, which is a web of beads and strings, and various used to be liquids in the tubes that are there.
And then Mickery says, "Please, milady, think out loud." Because Mickery, of course, wants to know more about this place.
You wouldn't understand.
Try me.
I would.
Of course you would. With a huge, huge dose of disbelief.
Yeah. You know what? I walk over and I'm gonna stand right next to her, examining the machine right next to her.
All right. Oh, you co-examine. Do you want to figure out what she's looking at and what she finds interesting?
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna try and figure out the machine itself, figure out what it is.
Okay, let's go for an occult roll then. I should do something.
Fantastic!
Apparently this machine divides liquids. What the use of that is, there probably is a use to that.
I'm going to examine what the liquid canisters and see if I could determine what kind of liquids were in them.
Mostly blood. One of them had some plant in it. Some plant juice.
Interesting. So that's what they were doing.
She says, intriguing it is indeed.
Yeah, that is intriguing. There's only one problem.
And that is?
What is that plant juice? What plant was that?
That's not the most important question. The most important question that I found, that I would find, is why is the machine dented and why are those tubes broken?
I
The
stumbled
machine
and fell.
dented and tubes broken. I don't know. Something large must have hit them.
Mickey
Yes,
just
but
says, I was holding on to the chains and I jumped off and I couldn't clearly see what was down below because of the height difference. It's that simple.
Well, I am afraid that will have to come out of your compensation.
Really? We didn't have these platforms yet then. You would also have had trouble getting here if we didn't bring you here on these platforms.
Yes, but we wouldn't have destroyed this place.
Such things happen.
Well, not with a House Memnon expedition.
Moving on.
So, what have you gained from this machine so far?
A few interesting insights. However, it is too early to speculate. We must examine all the evidence that we have before we can come to a
Enlighten me.
conclusion.
Enlighten me.
Why don't
what
we
do
just
you think
move
it does?
on? There's more to explore, I'm certain of it.
And how many essences am I gaining back as we're doing all this?
Let's say, it's about an hour, so yeah, there will be, I think, 4.
All of us?
I've got all.
Yeah, let's go for all of you.
Woohoo!
I've got 1 essence that I've used so far. Then.
Check. Alright. Now, it seems that we have at least one more stop.
I like take the old one to the side and I say, old one, while you were taken here, do you remember any other places you have seen or been to besides this lab?
Well, my dear, it was a clear day when they took me here, so I can tell you that there are 5 of these islands. The highest is there, which I presume is the lair of the weird creature, that has taken me captive.
I see. And we've only seen 3
I look
islands.
I look over to the old one and I say, "Old one, what race were you?"
He thinks for a moment.
He's a human, can't you tell by his skeleton?
Yeah, human. I must have been a human.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, my lady. Do not worry about it.
Just making sure.
Still,
That thing.
the Dragon Kings thought he was unique and he needed to be studied. That still raises a few questions, doesn't it? And I smiled mysteriously at the skeleton.
You are not putting me back in that blasted thing.
No, but still, there must have been something
Wait.
special about you. You couldn't have been an ordinary human, otherwise they wouldn't have to want to study you.
Exactly.
To be fair, most of what they said went way over my head. After all, I'm not a scholar. I'm a man of leisure.
Yes,
What did they say?
Gibberish.
Can you you wouldn't be able to recall it then, would you?
It made no sense. How would I be able to recall it?
Do you remember any words or phrases or any bits and pieces at all?
Enough. No. It's been too long.
Wait
You're a
second.
ghost. Time doesn't matter.
I suddenly realized something.
It does when you are literally bored out of your skull.
Ha 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 ha. You and your puns, George.
Say, Dawa.
Yes.
He said he escaped the underworld, right?
Yes.
Doesn't that mean things will come after him to look for him?
Depends on what crimes he committed in the underworld.
Mercury slowly looks at... Say, old one, you came from the underworld. What crimes did you commit to end up there?
None that I can remember.
Or are you just faking it? Maybe you can remember clearly.
Excuse me?
Yes, indeed.
Wait, that's right.
Not quite like the tone of your voice, my lady. Please rectify this.
Well, what she
Why?
meant was... Hold on, Makiri. I know, I see something. What she meant with this was, if you had come from the underworld, you must have committed some kind of crime to be sent to the underworld. I'm not saying that you did, but somehow some crime must have been committed by you
Probably killed someone.
that you might not have known of, or you might not have known was a crime, but you had committed it and were sent to the underworld. By escaping the underworld, you have unleashed underworld hounds upon yourself to chase you down.
My dear lady, you have a rather romantic visage of the underworld. Allow me to endarken you.
Darken.
Ooh,
I get it.
darken me all you want, Georgie.
There, something happened. Do not ask me to the details, for I have no idea what exactly happened. And the underworld was created. Something about the very essence of life and death being disrupted in such a way that it couldn't be repaired. You will know more about that than I do. Since then there has been an underworld where people, seemingly at random, have been drawn to after death. My crime, as you so eloquently put it, is that of being one of those few.
I
Yes.
don't know if that's
I'm
true.
going to...
I'm a
going
random...
Or,
Good. Occult. Definitely occult.
okay. Because I'm trying to pick on what I've studied and all my knowledge from the realm and studies of not just,
just
you know...
roll.
Well, I'm
Okay.
trying to explain it so I can get bonuses, damn it. Shut up.
I need to
But
do...
fine, I'll just roll.
Do you need your PMS pills, sweetie?
I'm gonna smack you.
Make sure you enjoy smacking.
That was a good
I will.
one.
Legendary. Beat that.
Legendary. Then you had the Ladal family curse is that of curiosity, so your inquiries have strayed into places where it shouldn't have gone.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, because the realm version of events is basically everybody who goes to the underworld is either evil, plotting to be evil, or should just plain be put to rest.
That's what Mercury thinks.
Oh, yes. The virtuous go to Leth. The not so virtuous go to the underworld. However, you have discovered that that is not true. It is only those that have a strong drive to do something after their death that are allowed a second chance, as it
Oh.
were.
He went to the underworld because he's lazy.
He went to the underworld because he wanted to do something, like take vengeance.
Oh. Okay.
That's at least what most likely happens.
I
Or
look
that
at
he's
him.
obsessed about something.
I look at him and I say, "Okay, George, I believe you committed no crime. I have no doubt of that in my mind. But I do have a question for you.
Yes, my dear.
What did you want to do after you died?"
Well, quite simply, I wanted to travel the world after having been stuck in a tube for my entire life.
So that was your only purpose? Like, you wanted to see the world? Didn't you want more?
No, not quite. I mean, have seen the same ceiling for decades. I want to see a different ceiling. Or even no ceiling at all.
Good point. So let's continue exploring this place so we can leave.
Very well.
As he says that, do I notice that, like, he's trying to deceive me, or is he actually telling the truth?
You may roll empathy for that,
He doesn't
or
really have a facial-
socialize.
He doesn't really have a facial expression.
Take the average. I don't care.
He sounds sincere, but you're talking to a green, ghostly blob.
Yeah.
Faintly humanoid. He's just forgotten that he has 2 legs. He looks like a bit like a naga.
Mm-hmm.
His low body just tapers into nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, why don't we try looking over there? And she points to the north.
South, I presume.
No, north.
Alright. Well, show me what you want to see.
Like travel over here. Since we have those floating things anyway, we can go where we want.
Yes, indeed. Okay, you find wall.
Ah, okay.
Nothing but wall.
Then
Cave
we
wall, mostly.
go further to the east, I guess. Just look around.
Alright, you find something something interesting. I'll just move all of you
Ah, okay.
here.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Now that looks interesting, doesn't it?
Ooh, that looks like some sort of a tablet. And a safe.
Yes, indeed, a safe. A huge safe. Look at the size of the damn thing.
Well, this looks interesting.
Yes, very. The house mammals are just standing there and watching for a while. And,
Like this bark.
alright, you bark.
Wolf.
And you find an alchemy table, whatever that is, tablets set into the floor of many different descriptors, and a freaking huge safe. It is. You could put your bed in it.
Shall I try opening the safe? She's already like cracking her knuckles.
Yeah. The mammals just nod at each other and go, yeah, you go do that. And this girl is going to join you.
But I'm asking for your professional opinion if I should or not.
Well, it would be wise to... it would actually be wiser to see if there's a key.
Alright.
Perhaps your tactics would damage whatever things are inside.
Right you are. We'll look for a key.
And as they study the safe, I'm studying the tablet.
Alright, it is Old Realm. It has a lot of... It is... It has... What was it again? Yes, it has a... for a moment I thought you said awesomeness instead of awareness roll.
No.
Okay, it has cryptic notes. Either that or you have no idea what language or what dialect this Old Realm is written in.
I look over at the monkey dude, and I say in Old Realm, "You can read this, right?"
He goes, hook, hook, hark, hook, hark, which is basically translated to, I'm not paid to read.
I didn't ask if you were
He's
paid
paid
to read.
to lead.
You speak Old Realm. Can you read this?
He looks, frowns, and nods.
Okay. I'm not worried about money at this moment. I actually need someone to bounce ideas off of that is of an intellectual sort. And you handsome devil, well, I think you and I will get along just fine if you want to bounce ideas off each other, or maybe bounce other things off each other.
You.
Yeah. I want to bounce things off you. Skulls.
Well, then we'll play with skulls later. For now, can we read this? See what we can figure out. You handsome beast, you. You burly thing.
7 goats fly through moon.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting a weird stare from my fiance. I need to explain.
I wonder how much she can hear of us.
Meanwhile, I rolled an
She can
awareness
only hear me.
of great, so I'm like looking around if there's any way to open the safe or whatever.
You do not see one. You
What?
do see that there are a few dials with ancient writings on each segment.
Does it
Apparently-
look? Yes.
Yes. Yes, you also see something else that could be interesting, namely that there is some sort of orrery.
A what?
Orrery, which is basically a sort of constellation. It's a 3D representation of, say, a constellation, or how the planets are circling one another, stuff like that.
Mickery like puts her hand to her chin. Is it a puzzle?
Could be. It looks like the kind of puzzle that you entertain children with.
She actually says it to the woman standing next to her.
You look up.
Yes.
She looks up as well. She goes, "Could be. Perhaps a closer look." And she actually climbs the huge ass safe.
And Mickery just gets on the platform. Why are you making it so hard on yourself? And she just flies up.
The athletic woman just shrugs and leaps onto your platform as well.
I like your
Yoink.
enthusiasm, though.
Well, there's no leap is too far. Let's see. The Memnons are all investigating this stuff, which is by far the most interesting for them. And let's see. What's more? That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Now, let's see. Galen was trying to seduce a hairy beast.
Oh, yes. I'm seducing that boy.
Have fun.
I think he's more interested in violent stuff.
I know. That's what I'm going to seduce him with.
Okay.
He's a Klingon.
Right, how are you going to seduce this gorilla?
Well, I can already tell he's the violent sort.
Mm-hmm.
So, I look at him and I say, sorry, I'm eating watermelon. So, you like to crack skulls, do you?
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
Well, I do. I love crushing skulls. There are plenty of skulls to crush and plenty of people who need crushing. Am I right?
Yeah, and he gives you this stare. You're looking deep into your eyes. Or is he?
Oh, you want to crush me too?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Aren't you the sweetest? I have never been so flattered in all my life. You want to crush me? I think I'm falling in love with you, Mr. Monkey.
This is so wrong.
You like that, don't you, Dow? He's dying of laughter over there,
And
guys.
next she's dead. Because he provoked the demon.